guys, want to go ahead and jump on again today with a couple ideas I had. I don't really know what this video is going to be about, to be honest. I just want to go ahead and keep on myself accountable, sharing my ideas and thoughts with you guys, and hopefully we come to a great community here and we can kind of share our struggles, share what we might be dealing with, and everybody says that when you ask somebody how are you doing today, everybody says fine, but a majority of us we deal with something that we're kind of our own battles in our own mind, and most of the battles are not seen on the outside. We are great at kind of really holding them in, especially for men. We kind of don't really share our struggles or our personal battles because it might be too vulnerable. And I think the society itself is becoming more appreciative and more rewarding to those that are finally speaking about their internal struggles and really sharing with each other things that we all deal with. Once we all share it, we start realizing we all very much alike, very much connected, yet we are always dividing ourselves or separating ourselves from one another because of ethnic group, religion, whatever it may be, skin color, all these things that we all divide each other, status, or even age, right? People might think because you're a certain age, you're not like them, but everybody has something that we deal with, and we have a lot more things in common than we think we do. And big reason why I got jump on here and share things with you guys is because to give you guys permission to do the same. There's nothing that we cannot overcome. There's nothing that is gonna take us out as far as our problems. And knowing that once you air it out, it kind of loses the hold on you. And I know for the last couple of months, I've been realizing that, I've been experiencing that once you air it out, you kind of don't really worry about it anymore. You can expansive self, more of your true self, once you let go of these internal battles that we think are us or are bigger than us. But as the late great Wayne Dyer states, and anything that you're worried about, you're much bigger than that. No matter what it is, you're much bigger, so much bigger that you can't even conceive, you can't even understand it. It's just the belief. It's funny because a lot of individuals I know that go to that practice their religions and are not understanding the fact of, or the part of belief. And the belief is believing what your grander being is, right? I don't know if that's even a word, but believing that and actually understanding it and actually just believing it, even if you feel that you cannot. I think a lot of us lack self-love, regardless of what you want to say. Self-love is something that is not taught, and I don't think it can be taught. I think the older you get, the more you realize how important it is. Progress, but like I said, the more you can face it and just let it out, the better you get at it. It's like working out in the gym. It takes time. It's patience. Patience is also a great word, right? But just like going to the gym, my first day in the gym, I don't remember how much I lifted. I think it must have been like 10 pounds, 15 pounds, dumbbells, and I felt like those were heavy as they were very heavy. Now those are the warm-ups to my other set. So obviously with time, I built strength. I got stronger. Same thing goes with really tapping into your true potential. You start to access certain levels that you never really had. And in the beginning it sucks, in the beginning it's tough because it's something that you've never done before. But the more you practice, the more you understand yourself, the better you get at it. And you don't realize how much you're transforming, how much you're becoming, until you start to go back into the time when you first started and you realize, wow, I've come a long way. And I think all of us have come a long way, regardless of where we are, whatever situation, whatever circumstance you're in right now. Pat yourself in the back, because if we're here, we made it, we've overcome a lot. You could have been in a totally different situation and you're not. So whether you like where you're at right now or you don't, a lot further than where we were, whatever we overcame. Everybody has their own battles. Neither one is bigger than the other. I think everybody has their own things, and I'm not here to judge, but that's everybody's personal stories that they have for each other. But I know for myself, I think personally, coming on to put yourself out there and share your stories is very, very frightening. It takes a lot of courage, which is the reason why a lot of the individuals that I followed at first really inspired me, because growing up, kind of not, I would say, preach, right? You don't want to share. You want to not tell your enemies what you're doing. I guess it works. I guess if like it's worked for them, but I think we're kind of becoming more of a conscious community, in the sense that even as far as our health, right? We've been realizing that we're kind of actually hurting our own environment because of our selfish ways of not actually looking at what is happening. Kind of like turning the face, turning your right cheek, whatever, your cheek over. So now the fact that we are realizing these things, we are becoming more conscious. Everybody is more aware of what they're eating. How much are they eating of certain things? Do we really need to eat those certain things as much? Consume so much? Consumption in every aspect. Consciousness of all of us, that we're connected. We all feel the same thing. When technology is something that's great. Because of technology, we're able to see everything. Because we could be in India, we could be in the United States, you could be in China, and you could see a video on social media, and you'll see how certain actions of ours impact those individuals across the world. So in a way, you kind of become more compassionate, and it makes you kind of like, how can I help, right? And not all the times helping, or not all the time is helping, meaning us to donate. It means to us to look at how we're going upon what actions we take every day, and how we can kind of maybe better it, to not impact other individuals or the other part of the world, or even the animal or environment, in a negative way. As I see more, I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately. Sorry, I'm a documentary geek. And that a lot of the documentaries are showing you more of the things that are actually going on around the world, and things that do really matter. And they are giving us more awareness as far as how our actions impact, regardless of what we think they don't or they do. So every individual's action adds up. Right? If 1 million people do the same thing, 1 million things impacted in one day. And obviously, it's a lot more than 1 million people in our country, but in the globe itself. So it takes a collective choice and action to really make an impact. Because although we think that one individual cannot make an impact, it does, because one individual takes action on something, somebody else sees that individual doing that, now it becomes their consciousness, now that individual, so it's like a domino effect. Everybody starts to actually partake in these great actions or great deeds that will change throughout time, change the outcome of what was being impacted. And as much we see in the news that the world is really bad, I think there's a lot of good. I try to watch a lot of the good things that are going on. A lot of people are actually creating companies that are trying to better our lives, better the world, better society, and not society, but humanity itself. And at the end of the day, you want to have everybody thriving. Yes, everything is needed, as I say. Everything, does nothing by accident, but you always want to be able to, how can you improve others, and are my actions being the cause of that? So I know I was watching lately a documentary not too long ago by it's called Game Changers on Netflix, and it talks about basically being vegetarian or vegan like diet. Now, I'm not there yet. I did realize that, you know, we do consume a lot of meat. Meat in general is just animal products, and yet we want our environment to survive. We want our, you know, our jungles and Amazons to be, you know, beautiful if we're the ones killing the animals and then just taking them out. So I think once you start becoming more conscious, you start to understand how much you're consuming. So you kind of want to like not consume as much. And then eventually some individuals don't consume it at all. They just stop cold turkey, which is still kind of difficult for me. Conscious, I am aware. And that documentary just shows you options and it shows you different ways that you can consume the vitamins and minerals that we felt that we needed from just meat, from vegetables and greens that have the same and even better consumption than the meat itself. So it's just to be more aware, more conscious. I think our generation, my generation, the millennials, generation X, we all become more conscious of how we impact the world, how our one action, somebody's one innate action impacts the other, and then a group's collective actions can impact the other groups. So we're being more conscious of how we can keep everything kind of running efficiently and not taking away from somebody. Everything has to be, you know, we're giving and we're taking, but we're giving as well. We're not just taking, and there's no balance. And eventually, you know how that ends. If you just take, eventually you have nothing more to take. So these are my thoughts today. I just want to share with you guys. Hope you guys have fun. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.